in my mind, there's actually a whole wide world of therapeutic music. There's binaural beats. There's hemisync. There's people doing very very interesting work with brainwave entrainment and bilateral stimulation. Some of which you can get on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff. And SSP isn't like that. You have to access it through a particular app, and it's not. But could you share a little bit? What are the differences with the SSP as compared to some of these other therapeutic, more widely available therapeutic listening?
There's a few differences. The key difference is the algorithm behind the SSP that is proprietary, that, like I said in the beginning, dances with your nervous system. So that's the main one. You're not just listening to a set frequency or a set beat. It's actually dancing with you. There's 5 hours of music altogether, and each music has a different way that it accesses your nervous system through the auditory pathway. That's one way. And then the other is that you need to get approval from a provider to receive your listening license on the app. So you could go into the App Store and load something, but you don't know what that is. With Unite, you would get an invitation to get on the actual Unite app and have your own listening license. Once you're in there, you and your provider will decide which music playlist you'll listen to. There's different choices. I find that a lot of people choose classical, freely, originals. Wonder is great for some children, but I have some adults that like the Wonder
Yeah.
playlist too. Some people like the groove, especially on their second time through when they're exploring. They want to explore
Yeah.
it in a little
Yeah, yeah.
different
Well, no,
way.
no, just briefly.
Yeah.
To me, it's so
Yeah.
in the last year or two, there's now many more choices. Like a few years back, it was kind of like there was sort of one. Well, there's sort of like the main version, and then there was the kids version. The one what became Wonder, and then we had the classical version, which helped. But now there's so many more genres, and I think it's nice to have those choices. I'm really glad that they did that. Um, my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but the algorithm is actually the same with these different musics. And so it's going to have the same effect. It's more about what the listening preference is. Do you want to listen to vocal pop
Mhm.
music or instrumental classical music? It's more about preference.